Today, we discuss about procedure of maintaining and cleaning the plate type and tube type heat exchanger. Do you know what the heat exchanger is? Heat exchanger is a system used to transfer heat between two or more fluids. Heat exchanger are used in both cooling and heating processes. The fluids may be separated by a solid hole to prevent mixing, or they may be in direct contact. The marine heat exchanger play an important role of removing the heat produced by a running machinery to ensure smooth functioning of the equipment. It is also necessary to enhance the heat exchanging ability, which would reduce after a certain amount of time of operation. The cooling medium used in the heat exchanger depends on the medium used, including other factors. Along with mediums such as fresh water, air, and oil, seawater is also used abundantly in marine heat exchangers as an important cooling source. However, because of the presence of dissolved salts in seawater, corrosion and scale deposits is a common condition in heat exchangers. Maintenance of marine heat exchangers is therefore necessary at regular intervals of time to prevent reduction of heat transfer or failure of equipments. The work of heat exchanger is by transferring heat from one place to another. The hot flue gas hits the metal as the gas makes its way to the exhaust outlet of the furnace. As this happening, the hot metal hits the air circulating over the exterior of the heat exchanger. And first, we comes up the tube type heat exchanger. The tube type heat exchanger is a class of heat exchanger designs. It is the most common type of heat exchanger in oil refineries and other large chemical processes, and is suited for higher pressure applications. As its name implies, this type of heat exchanger consists of a shell with a bundle of tubes inside it. If it's a shell and tube type heat exchanger, leaks can be detected by following the procedure below. Isolating the heat exchanger from the system and draining the seawater. Removing the end covers or headers to expose the tube or plates. If the surface is clean and dry, inspection of the liquid flow is made from around the tube ends and through the perforations. However, in large coolers, it is difficult to get the coolers extremely dry to visible any perforation. In such cases, special fluorescent dye is added to the shell side of the cooler. The dye glows when an ultraviolet light is shown on the tube, revealing the tube lakes. If the deposits on the heat exchanger are not so hard, then they can be removed using a wire brush. If the deposits are stubborn, chemical cleaning should be used by immersion of the part in chemical solution. Depending on the type of the heat exchanger, there are tools provided by the manufacturers for the cleaning purpose. For example, there are special tools for cleaning shell and tube type heat exchangers. Once the cleaning is done, the heat exchanger must be flushed with fresh water to remove any remaining chemical or dirt from the surface. In seawater cold heat exchanger, anodes are fitted on the cover to prevent it from the galvanic corrosion. Anodes must be checked and changed if required. Always renew the cover gasket if it is damaged during opening of heat exchanger. In oil coolers and heaters, fouling can take place on the outside of the tubes as well. This can be removed by chemical flushing. Plate type heat exchangers. The stack of plates is removed to expose the surface. The plate surface is then cleaned with brush or by the methods suggested by the manufacturer. Sharp tools should be avoided. Cleaning should be done in such a way that it does not damage the plate cells. However, if a replacement of the cell is necessary, it must be done before putting the plates back. While tightening the plates together, care must be taken for even tightening of all the exchanger studs and bolts, or else leak will occur. Those are the procedure in maintaining and cleaning of tube type and plate type heat exchangers.